Welcome back everyone to the channel for another video. This is Q50 Beast. Today we'll be taking a look at the much anticipated 2008 Dodge Magnum SRT-8. I mean, look at this amazing machine. I never really thought about this car in the previous games, but we were made aware that it was going to be available. My excitement went through the roof. I mean, look at this big body. It's probably going to be very easy to get some traction in this thing because of the weight, but we want to make sure we get traction and get it up and down the track. I mean, look at these lines back from 2008. This was just crazy. So let's go ahead and get into this build. All right, so going over to the conversions, we went with a 6.2 liter V8. The stock engine sounded pretty cool, but we went with the 6.2. All right, we left this thing rear wheel drive. And going over to the engine, we went with the race intake. We went with the race fuel system, race ignition. We went with the race exhaust, race camshaft, race valves. We went with the race engine displacement, race pistons, and we upgraded that supercharger. All right, so we went with the race intercooler and nothing with the oil cooling. We went with the race flywheel. And for the brakes, we went with race brakes, of course, and race suspension, race front anti-roll bars, race rear anti-roll bars. We did nothing with the chassis reinforcement, and we did a full weight reduction on this very heavy machine. For the clutch, we went with a race clutch and a race transmission. We also installed a race drive line and a race differential. Moving over to the tires, we went with drag tire compound for this drag build, and we left the front tire at 245. And the rear wheel, we went 345s to put that power down. Choose the lightest wheels you like. We went with these. We like the contrast with the red color. All right, we went with 21s in the front, and we went with 22s in the rear to help with the top speed, get us down the track. Front track width, we went all the way wide. Same for the rear, all the way wide for handling. All right, looking at the front arrow, we didn't touch it. This is what it comes with. We left it stock. We also did the same in the rear. We didn't touch it because it has this wing on it. We went back to the normal wing. All right, so for the tuning, went 31.5 in the front and 15 in the rear to get that power down to the ground. I was never really too concerned about getting the power down because of the weight of the car. So for the gearing, with 221 final drive, 378 first, 240 second, 180 third, 135 fourth, 1/5, and 0.86 gear. Alignment, we went with the rear at 0. The rear camber 0. Anti-roll bars, we went 65 in the rear and left the front alone. Springs all the way soft in the front and all the way hard in the rear. Ride height, we left it alone at 5.7 and 5.9 in the rear. Okay, and dampening, we didn't touch it at all. The car is already stable. Nothing with the rebound stiffness or bump stiffness. Left it alone. Leave it stock. Aero, we didn't touch. Brake, we didn't touch. And differential, we didn't touch. All right, simple and very easy launch with this car, and we get up and down the track pretty well, pretty smooth through the gears. I mean, this big thing is floating down the track. I mean, look at this speed, 178.82 in a half mile, and this is what the car looks and sounds like from the inside. Pretty cool. 2008 vibe, I get it. Let's see how this thing rolls. With this exhaust, this 6.2 liter sounds really good. Yeah, I really love the sound of this car from the inside especially. All right, well, let's go ahead and put this thing in a 1/4 mile and see what we can get out of it. Simple and easy launch, and we're off to the races. No spinning, through the gears, sounds pretty cool, and we're moving up and down the 1/4 mile. And look at that speed, 154.77 in the 1/4 mile. This is what the car looks like outside. It is planted. This thing doesn't shift around. It's pretty cool. I love the way this thing looks, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe. This is Q50 Beast. Peace out.